All right, for our last estimate, let's look at the number of students who've graduated from Auburn. This is part C. This one's actually pretty easy, and we actually have a number that we can compare with to see how accurate our estimate is. So we're going to say number of students graduated from Auburn ever. Of course, Auburn has gone through several name changes over the course of its history since the 1850s, and so we're not going to worry about that, but what we're going to do is to say, well, all right, how long has Auburn been in existence? And I'm going to do something weird here. Of course, we know the exact number, but I'm going to, just for the purpose of illustration, I'm going to still apply the power of 10 estimate and see that you still get a reasonable ballpark out of this. So we say, has Auburn existed for 1 year, for 10 years, for 100 years, or for 1,000 years? And obviously we can eliminate the ends there, and we can eliminate 10. So if we had to round off to an order of magnitude, we'd say Auburn's been around for order of magnitude 100 years. All right, so we've got 100 years. And how many students graduate every year? Again, it's not too hard to look up the numbers. You can get a listing off the university website. But there's, it's just fun to do this. We say, well, let's do order of magnitude again. And just because we deal with large numbers here, let's do 10,000. Now, we can eliminate 1, obviously, 10. We can eliminate 10,000 because that's in the ballpark of how many students are at Auburn. So we have a choice between 100 and 1,000. And if we're going to do order of magnitude, it's most reasonable to choose 1,000. So if Auburn's been around for 100 years and we have about 1,000 students per year graduating, roughly speaking, and of course that's changed, and that may be one reason to push it toward the 1,000 versus 10,000, because in the early days we certainly didn't probably even have that many students around. So considering the average over all the years Auburn's been around, we're going to say N is approximately 100 times 1,000, which is 100,000, of course. So there's our estimate. Now let's compare this with the actual number. When I wrote up this question a year or two ago, I looked this up, and the actual number, at least as of a couple of years ago, was 274,743. And so you can see we get in the ballpark. It's a reasonable estimate.